everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a good one in store between the Memphis Hounds and the Dublin Shamrocks. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3 quarterback.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section, where the columnists write, possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave what the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
53 is the mic.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't there.
Back to throw now on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
On second down, Sampson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On first down, Sampson. And an alley to run. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It's a gain of 35. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeat.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on first and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. This is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. Get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here is the home side to take over on offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey, you got to go.
2nd and 11. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And Ingram hauls it in. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
Ready? 10-2, son.
53. Got you. I got you, son. I got you.
He'll drop to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. PAT up and good by Rosas. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Ready? 70, Indy.
Young on 3rd down. On the crossing route, complete. It's Alvarez. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. These 2 teams all tied after 1. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
2nd and 9 now. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Cooper was the target there. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
From the 17, Young. That's complete to Arcega-Whiteside. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys have taken the lead.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. No room to be had there on the 1st down run, as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got the connection to Cooper. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Rosas good with the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Ready?
Young will set to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On 1st and 10, Young. Now Young loses the football. It's stripped.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
That throw by Young incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Young. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. So we've hit half. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down now, Sampson. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. To throw on 3rd down, Young. Got a man, it's Arcega-Whiteside. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he's taken down inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the 3rd quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just got to find a way to tackle someone.
Right back to him on 1st down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Burgess. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, These pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 3. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. In for the score as his guys are able to regain the lead.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Throw left side complete. That's Morgan. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Carson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the 1st. Welcome back now to the Emerald Isle as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side and inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's the 2nd and 7. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Slants are so tough to cover because everything happens so fast, but sometimes it happens too fast for the guy catching the ball because all of his movements have to be quick off the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden the ball's right on top of you, and maybe he got a little bit ahead of himself there.
A lot of times coming in with good pace, and he dropped it. That is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. A 10-play drive that time. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They'll keep it on the ground. Sampson. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Young working out of the gun. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on 1st down. Sampson. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Able to power through. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
1st and 10, Young. And he's got his man on the out route. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On 2nd down now, Sampson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Now a handoff here to his running back, and they stop him short of the 1st as he can only get to the 20. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves him looking at a 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The situation for them offensively as follows. Down 24-21, 35 seconds to go. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him, All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
Young's going to take a knee here, and that should just about do it. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much